All right, so we have a table that we need to complete, and we know that 1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons and 1 cup is 16 tablespoons. So let's think about how we move from one column of the table to the other. In order to get from the number of cups to the number of tablespoons, we are multiplying by 16. So we have to times by 16. In order to get from the number of tablespoons to the number of teaspoons, here we have to multiply by 3. So we're multiplying by 3 here. So let's fill in some of these missing values. If 3 cups is 48 tablespoons, then 2 cups is going to be whatever 2 times 16 is. So we do 2 times 16, we get 32. So there should be 32 right there. Now, if 12 tablespoons is 36 teaspoons, then if I double, well, this is not double, but if I go from here to here, I need to multiply by 3. So if we do 32 times 3, we get 96. So this one over here should be 96. We can do the same thing down here. To get from 48 tablespoons, that's going to be this times 3. So we can do 48 times 3 to get this number, 144. All right, and if I'm going from here, if I'm going from the number of cups to the number of tablespoons, I have to multiply by 16. To go backwards, I would have to divide by 16, right? So 48 divided by 16 equals 3. So in order to get from here over to here, I would have to divide by 16. So we do 12 divided by 16, and we get 0.75. Okay, now they want an equation that represents the number of teaspoons contained in a single cup C. So we have a couple of different ways that we can solve this. I think it's going to make a little bit more sense since the number of teaspoons is bigger than the number of cups. It's probably going to be that we're going to have 1 tablespoon is going to be equal to a certain number of cups, or the number of teaspoons is going to be equal to some number times the number of cups. We're going to have to like multiply this by something to get over here. Okay, so we take the number of cups, right? So let's say we have C is the number of cups. And what are we multiplying it by to get the number of tablespoons? We're multiplying that by 16. And then to get to the number of teaspoons, we're multiplying here by 3. That's going to get us the number of teaspoons, like this. So now all we have to do is simplify this. So what is 16 times 3? 16 times 3 is 48. So if I take the number 48 and I multiply that by the number of cups, I should get the number of teaspoons. And we can check this just to see if it works, right? If there's 2 cups and 96 teaspoons, then if I cut this in half, that means 1 cup should have half of this. So 96 divided by 2 is, there we go, 48. So if I take the number of cups, which is 1, and I plug it into this equation, 48 times 1 is 48. That gets me the number of teaspoons.